Right. Welcome back, everybody. This will be our second installment of the Off to a Good Start Montung campaign. To recap, here's where we left off the first time around. Took about 20 hours to go through the first campaign. And let's just kind of take a look to see what our
as is victory.
metrics were to
In
finish.
these chaotic times, only the strongest
Some of the bigger
can
ones we're
survive
concerned
the
with are going to
storm
be
that ravages China.
how much territory we
The
have,
weak are
what our
not so
income per turn
fortunate.
is, what the relative strength of our
Outmaneuvered
army
and
is,
isolated,
what our
a
diplomatic
faction
landscape
was
is like.
crushed into oblivion. But the phoenix may ever return from the cinders.
Move through this. So we're about 50-50 income per turn. We have, let's see. Two, three, four, five complete commanderies with another 3 partials. Nothing of super note here. 1 or 2 pretty good personalities in the court, assuming they're not spies. Let's check the diplomacy tree. I think we were in, yep, coalition. A pretty strong coalition at that. We got up to Duke, pretty close to King. What else? Anything else important here? Nothing really going on with the spies. Reform tree, we mostly focused in the military area, a little bit in trade, dabbled a bit in administrative, and some in the metal tree as well. Okay. So, our goal for this next run is basically just to beat that.
Order will spread.
Ma Teng had thought the Emperor safe, but with Dong Zhuo dead, he sees the chaos coming and hopes he is prepared for the storm.
Looks good.
It has been 4 long years, yet China is
Okay.
no closer to knowing peace.
So let's plan out
Although the tyrant is dead,
what the
his
overall
successors
strategy here
bicker
for this
over the
campaign is going to
Emperor,
look like.
who remains their captive. As warlords the land over seek to realize their ambitions,
I
the
think
conflict widens,
what we'll try to do this time
and the people's suffering continues. Dong
will be maybe to take this entire area. And then if there's still some time left over, then maybe we can either dabble down here or start to move northeast as well. Initially though, we do want to ensure that we get all of the silk nodes, of course wiping out, well, mostly I only care about the silk node. I'm not super married to this city. So in theory, we could just take the Silk Node, make peace with whomever here, and then just start immediately pushing into Hansui. He's got a little Shilion. It's kind of annoying. Wow, that Taoist monk's actually really good.
Nurture passion.
That's just a flat 2 public order all across the land. Maybe even plus another one because of let's see. No, not quite. We were already at +3. This would put us +5 faction wide. Yeah, that seems good. Let's do that. She's still gonna be a bit unhappy though. We could give her this, although I was kind of hoping to give this to Machao. But at least this keeps her from running off. She desires a higher court position. Oops. +350. Yeah, that ain't gonna happen. You ain't worth all that. What else? Could give her a title for 100. Is that worth it? So 30% of 400 puts us at what? 120? I'm pretty sure that's what she's going to end up doing. Although the construction time, so that's going to be 120 a turn, right? So we have to do way better than 120 a turn on construction. What was that? Time is -1 and the cost is 10% off. Those are the ones that are most important. So let's see. We are eventually going to be getting this. So that would be like 245. Dropping that to 3 turns. We're going to want to be getting some land development. So that'd be like another 120, another 180. Although the frequency of these is not super great, right? This will save us 180, but it takes 3 turns to make it. Whereas if we just have her at 30% increase on industry for 3 turns, she's netted us 360. So yeah, I think in almost every situation, unless we were building multiple buildings at the same time, or she got a much higher discount, or we were desperate to, you know, for a timing or something on one of the buildings. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this just is the play.
Peace through conquest.
Let's see. Let's do what we did last time by getting rid of
my lord.
this retinue.
How can I serve?
Let's see. Yeah, we're gonna get rid of it entirely, actually.
You grant me a kindness in calling. my
Eventually,
lord.
we'll probably want to put him on food duty unless we absolutely must deploy him in a force.
Welcome, my lord.
I guess we could keep him around
I
since
am
we're
at
already
your
paying
disposal,
for him
my lord.
anyway. He could kind of tag along with the army and just get free experience for the time being. That's probably the optimal way to go. Let's do that.
I answer, my lord.
As we saw
Obey the
from the last
heart.
campaign, getting here took us quite a long time. It ended up really not being super impactful, at least in the early game. So either one of two things I would like to try. Option one, we just find a better strategist, straight up. Get rid of this guy, we move on. Shen Gong
The
often
land has
will
delivered to
abandon,
us another saving
is it?
grace.
I think he's with Lu Bu to start with, in World Betrayed. So we can oftentimes pick him up. If we can't, we could gamble on, a different strategist. At the very least, they'd be higher level. We would be possibly suffering the option that they could betray us, but that's an option. And then option two would be to structure our army differently so that we were less focused on artillery and we had either a stronger front line or maybe better cavalry, something along those lines.
To war!
So I think what we'll do is we'll just kind of play it by ear for this first turn or two and kind of see what shows up in the recruitment pool. And that will kind of dictate how this game is going to play out.
On the march!
For now, let's send you home.
Channel, passion. Conqueror
Send you home.
returns!
I can't merge them, can I?
Welcome, my lord.
Can you move? Be moved out.
Trust
Just
instinct!
barely.
To
Damn
arms!
it, I moved the entire...
Welcome, my lord.
Super annoying.
Your presence is heartening.
I
You
did it
grant
again.
me a kindness in calling, my lord.
Okay, there we go.
Order will
Now we're
spread
doing things
throughout.
correctly. Yeah, they hate each
Who
other, but
calls?
they're just gonna have to deal with it for a while. Alright, so first turn we've got about 2k to work with here. What do we want to do? I think we just hold off. Because we're going to need to muster a force. We want plenty of cash to do that with.
Caution! Douse
If he
the
moves
heart's
straight
desire.
into us... What do we have here? 4 units there. That puts us pretty comparable in terms of strength. He doesn't have a lot of spearmen, so our cavalry will get a lot of value.
Ben, do not
So we're
break.
not too concerned with them just like walking right over us. Let's see, how's Monshot looking? He's still happy enough that we should probably give this to her to make sure that she sticks around for a while, because that 120 a turn is pretty nice. Did we deploy her already? Yeah, we did. Let's see, what else can we do? So we're gonna have a couple sons coming of age soon as vanguards, so we do get additional benefit from some of these plus satisfaction for vanguards talents, or reforms rather. So that's good. We might want to think about doing that early. Although the urge to get trade agreements probably went out. Let's see what's available in terms of diplomacy here. Speaking of trade agreements.
Time for discussion and we reach an understanding.
Okay. Nothing yet there. Action Council is nothing. Okay. I think that's about it for this first turn.
China is people, not its oppressive warlords.
Okay. So now, here's the decision. Once again, we have two options. The first option is we muster an army super quickly, and we go down and we take the Silk Trader, at the very least, and then possibly continue to move through them. Or
Let
we
desire
focus
shape
on our
and
infrastructure
guide
and start getting our silk leveled up as quickly as possible. That will set us up better long term. Well, will it?
Truth is an unquenchable flame.
Because we'll get an influx of cash from just fighting, right, and winning. And then also taking new territory, especially the Silk Trader, will give us more money, but then the downside is we're paying a ton for the salary of our units.
The mightiest tree survives on its roots.
They're going to take another 3 turns to replenish anyway. So I'm kind of
Caution,
thinking that
douse
waiting
the
is
heart's desire.
the way to go here. What do we have in the recruitment pool? Is it still the same? Okay, nobody's even showed up.
Mountains,
yeah, let's
peaks
hold
offer
steady.
challenge,
Let's
so that we
grab
may learn to rise.
the Silk Road caravan post for now. Just no satisfaction. Annoying. We're gonna give this to Ma Chao for now. I do expect him to be dueling more often than not, so he might as well get the extra expertise. And then once we get an administrator, then we can toss that on him. Nothing there that really matters. Let's continue along. The other possible benefit about not mustering a force immediately is that the AI might come and attack us, which saves us the trouble of having to fight into a siege. Is that another foreman? Oh, I guess the last one was an artisan, wasn't it? And he already has a monk, so What's the set bonus on this? Just construction cost everywhere, it looks like. For specific types of buildings. Okay. Not super great. So we'll just bump another silk up. How's the cord looking? Still nothing. Okay, here we go. Let's see, where's this guy from? Okay, that's certainly a spy, right? It's too bad because his talents look pretty solid. I guess he doesn't really have a lot of extra cunning, but the satisfaction is nice. And the reduced penalty is super nice as well, given our setup. So this guy's overall cunning, not too bad. So this would be kind of a gamble to take him, because it would really come down to where in the tree he was starting at. So if we look at Fugan, he's pretty much right here in the middle. If the other guy is like somehow starting over here, then that's just way, way worse. But if he's starting on this side, then that's obviously way better. Let's check out the reforms while we weigh those options there. And I think we're going to be going... Excuse me. I think we're going to be going trade agreement early here for the influx of cash. The recruitment cost is tempting as well, because we are going to be recruiting soon. And reforms are what, every 5 turns? Pretty sure. Administrator would be an option as well. As we saw, we have a decent candidate for it, but she's on assignment, so that doesn't matter right now. I think everything else is pretty mediocre. Yeah, this seems to be the best option. Let's do that. And then we'll take this agreement, since we do plan on destroying Han City.
Come, we will talk.
It's not really to offer us a lot for it though, huh? In fact, I don't think he'll give us anything, right? Yeah. Okay.
We accept.
So now the question of... Oh my gosh, 10 satisfaction, that's insane. And retinue upkeep, also insane. Wow. I gotta say, this is really tempting. I mean, I don't love that she's 47 years old, but Wow. These two traits, in my opinion, are among the best in the game. This one especially, since I tend to be very military focused. And then this just isn't half bad either. We'll think on that. The problem is I don't really have a need for her to deploy, or for her to, you know, be on the campaign map early, because typically the unit slots are going to be taken up by, or the commander slots are going to be taken up by Ma Chao, Ma Teng, and then typically a strategist. This, I guess, brings up the option of we could just go without a strategist and be horrible at taking things in a siege battle, right? And just try to win engagements through having a better front line. Makes us pretty susceptible to missile attack, though. Yeah, you know, I do really think strategists are the way to go. The undercover cost when performing spy actions is pretty good, but sadly, actually he does deploy as a spy, doesn't he? So I guess this guy wouldn't be completely useless. Like, it wouldn't just be a flat waste of a grand to recruit him. Assuming that, you know, if he doesn't have the correct talents that we need, he might be able to find some long-term value as a spy. I was really hoping we would get better options in terms of strategists, but we'll give him a shot. He is essentially the exact same.
What do you wish, my lord?
This guy. So he's got 28 versus 41. So way better satisfaction out the gate for Tian Chou. Looks like Fugan gets along with everybody though.
To duty!
For China!
Tian Chou does not get along with Hongdu.
Let desire shape and guide passion.
I don't know if there's an easy way for me to tell if he would get along with both these guys.
How
I'm
may I
half
serve?
tempted to recall Fugan. Let's see who has more cunning. 84 versus 84. Yeah, if we're comparing these guys, they're pretty much the same dude, aren't they? I guess we'll just
Honor
leave it
your
as is for now.
ideals.
And then we'll start building a bankroll to muster some units. Okay. And here he comes. Ah, there's Chen.
Destroy corruption.
Let's see.
Remain pure.
Channel cost us 1270.
Be still to conserve.
We'll pick him up anyway.
Your arrival is welcome, my lord.
And this is exactly why. Immediate night battle fire arrow. Super strong.
Sprout ever upwards to heaven.
So then that means that we'd get a lot of value from multiple bolt crossbows. Don't want to start trying to muster those right now because I expect him to attack in.
Reject corruption.
Let's put them in ambush stance for funsies. And we'll start mustering here first. What are we gonna need?
Summer's
They have a pretty
glance
balanced
washes
army.
the land with a golden glow.
So let's see where we're weak. To cavalry, with our only one spearman. So let's get him a couple spearmen, we'll get you one. We're eventually going to recall him, so actually maybe that's the better play. Is to get the spearmen all over here.
If the mountain is too high, it must be circumvented.
And then let's see. That seems like the way to go.
Remain supple.
Let's give that a shot. What is his satisfaction like? Okay, it's pretty good, but he'll eventually probably need to get either promoted or put in a position of power. Okay, so we got our replenishment bonus, we've got our construction bonus. We've got an army in ambush stance somewhere out here.
Cultivate patience.
Let's see. do one more,
Serve the people.
and then we'll just start saving for a few rounds of bolt throwers, bolt chuckers. Anything going on here? Nope, doesn't look like it. Okay, moving on.
Tell us your thoughts.
Offers peace. Where are the Dong separatists? Okay, so they're there. Yeah. So it's
Our
just
work is done.
this last silk node that's up for grabs. And it looks like he's running off, which is kind of annoying actually. Jade Horseman's pretty good. Fuck, I got a low satisfaction penalty note. And technically we can get to him this turn,
Persevere.
which we might actually do.
At ease.
Because I don't trust him to not just run off and be annoying. Let's see.
Marching.
Send him there.
In the name of China!
Then we'll flank around this way. So we've got 6 units of cav. So he's light on archers, really. With 3 units of spear. Of course, Liju is no joke when it comes to duels or just killing half my units. Okay, so fighting in a forest is not great for our cavalry. Actually, let's put this up a little bit further. I think they're gonna stay put actually, now that I think about this. Because they have no reason to move to attack me. I don't outrange them necessarily. So maybe we do have to deploy it in a forward position.
Ready!
Yeah, we'll do that.
Horsemen! Cavalrymen! Steel yourselves!
At the ready!
Actually, I think I'll put these guys in the first.
Ready! Archers, prepare! Stand ready!
Ready!
Let's give that a go.
Our reinforcements have arrived!
Let's see.
Prepare!
Looks like they're running a bit, don't they?
Stand ready!
Just a slight repositioning.
Let's come! Take heed, warriors! Move as one! Hurry! Go, go!
The sad thing is they're super vulnerable to cavalry, but what are you gonna do?
Attend! March quickly! With speed! Faster! Make haste! To attention! Steel yourselves!
Let's go outrange some. Let's see. I think we just want to start picking away at his cav.
Close missile! Run! At the ready! The time has come! Hurry!
Push them
Move
forward a
out
little bit
quickly!
as well.
Attend! Treachery! Hidden enemies! Oh, go! Double time! Quick march! Oh, go! With speed! Horses! Make haste! Rain down missile! March quickly! Ah! Take heed, warriors! Double time! Make ready! Hurry! Make ready! Ready! Treachery! Hidden enemies! Make ready! Stand ready! Take aim! Cavalry! To battle!
I'm gonna make a good charge on that. It's too
Time
bad.
has come! Release! Cavalry! Stand ready! Move out quickly! Run! Quick march! Hurry! Steel yourselves! Attack!
This will be over soon! I will enjoy watching you fall!
Strike them down! Take heed, warriors! At the ready! Show no mercy! Fight! Charge! Prepare!
The enemy unit flees! What cowards!
Attend! Unleash fury! Kill them! Cavalry! To attention! To attention! Do not relent!
Let's see. Yeah, I think that's gonna be enough.
Strike!
That's, actually, I don't quite enough much.
Our brother is under attack! To them! Horses! Stand ready! Faster! Destroy them!
We're gonna get no bridge.
March at the double!
Ready! You are weak! Strike! Make ready! March at the double! Show no mercy! Fight!
Attend! Kill them!
At the ready! Go, go, go! Destroy them! Kill them! To battle!
One step closer to victory!
Stand ready! Unleash fury! Ready! Now! Prepare! Missile! Fire! Double time!
Prepare! Take heed, warriors!
Move!
Now then.
Move! Keep moving! Run! Attend!
Oh my gosh. Use your ability, bro.
You are weak! To attention!
Make ready!
The time has come! Attack!
You cannot survive!
It saddens me to hear you act so crudely.
Look how fast this guy is, by the way. He's insane. There's 170 speed.
Look! The enemy run! Craven! The time has come! Fight!
Hurry! Move! Prepare! Go for their leg! Stand ready! Move! Move!
Go get in range. There
March
you
at
go.
the
Now
double!
you're being useful.
To attention! Hurry! Hurry! Move!
And we'll have him come over here and watch with his cooldown reduction.
Steal yourself! Our men have no ammunition! They cannot fire! Cavalry! Mount up! Steel yourself!
Never gonna catch him.
At the ready! Move, move!
Steel yourself! Does battle wear you out?
I dearly hope your blade is sharper than your wit!
Take heed, warriors!
Should we run like a coward?
Attend!
Maybe.
Prepare!
At the ready! I am outmatched! Retreat might be best!
Alright.
Run, you dog! I shall have my vengeance!
Eat him.
Perhaps, but not today!
That's why you don't let Pong do a duel. Only Ma Chao.
Celebrate! Our victory was just!
Let's see. Don't think we want him at all.
Free the
Alfred's nice, though.
prisoners!
Let's see. I think we want the money because that allows us to get 2 artillery this turn.
Run back to your masters!
Actually, more than that.
Peace through conquest. Let desire shape and guide passion.
For the people!
Okay. So first things first. We need to go reconnect with our bros.
Make ready! Archers!
If they want to push into us, we'll let it happen.
At last! Our reinforcements are arriving!
The time has come! The time has come!
Bless.
Take heed, warriors! For China! Ready! Prepare! Hurry! Arrows! Fly! Cavalry! To
Oh, we
attention!
forgot this unit.
Now!
Come on, bow ponies, get up there.
Knocked and ready! Stand ready!
I guess we'll bring you up here for your armor buff.
Attack! Run! Strike them down! Make haste!
One step closer to victory.
Unleash fury! At them! Stand ready! Take them down! Make ready! Attend! You are weak! Move on
He
quickly!
should not get this problem. Get out of here. What are you doing?
Faster! The time has come. At the ready. Move!
Use spearmen to actually surround this guy before he runs off and we can never catch him.
Ready.
Do it.
Move, move.
Do it.
Double time. Run, run. Our victory grows ever closer.
Fight! Steel yourselves!
Stand ready. Destroy them.
Everybody mug him.
To attention.
March on the double! Do not relent!
How do you guys just let him get through you like that?
The enemy general falls. Ha!
To attention, archers! Ready! To attention! Attack! Cavalrymen! Show no mercy! Horses! Make ready! Attend! To attention!
Anybody's near fast enough to catch him.
To attention!
118
Show
from
fury!
Macho. 112 from Chet. It's nothing on a 170 though. Fine.
The people's voice cannot be silenced. They fought
ransom.
only for their beliefs. Outwards and on!
Truth is an unquenchable flame.
Lift the peasants.
Follow the heart.
Sprout ever upwards to heaven.
Order will spread throughout.
Your arrival is welcome, my lord.
Okay. So here's what we want to do. I think we want to drop all of these units. It's meant to be key units.
How may I serve?
Moving out.
Toward glory!
And then we'll get these guys to swap their retinues.
I answer, my lord.
Peace through conquest.
Serve the people.
Let desire shape and guide passion.
That seems about right. What's it telling me to get? Yeah, I don't think that's going to be a thing. Still low satisfaction though. Because of her. Don't know if the corruption is actually affecting a little bit, isn't it? I don't think that's worth. At least not at this point. And I think technically it's not worth giving her the, well, let's see. The character experience is kind of a pain in the ass though, as well. So maybe it is worth the 100 just to try to get out of that. That penalty. Alright, let's try it. We're gonna have to move on that silk really quick, actually. Because Li Ying could just move in and swoop it before we can get there. Oops, I did not see what our ancillary was.
Caution! Doubt is the heart's desire.
Strategist of the warning states. Pretty solid.
Serve integrity.
Congrats, Chen.
Obey the heart.
Okay. So do we lose out on the mustering?
Peace
Try to get over
through
there
conquest.
quickly.
Trust
take a look.
instinct.
Nobody's mustering here, so we can kind of use them as a scouting
Spreading the
force.
word of our cause.
This is pretty susceptible to Cav,
Attention!
so maybe we just push in
Remain pure.
Stoke passions
with
and
just these
strike!
guys. How many turns is that?
Unleash
One turn, right?
fury!
Okay. That seems fine. Income could be better, but at the moment we're not super in need of anything.
The mightiest tree survives.
We'd be
on
mostly
its
just
roots.
working on our infrastructure.
Marching.
We survived. We get money. They want me to capture Unding. Okay. For faction support. They also want me to have Chang'an.
Marching! This is what you train for!
Pyrrhic victory, huh? Is there something I'm missing?
A fire burns in my soul, ceaseless and strong. It is time to grind these peasants into dust. Our fire burns brightly. May passion drive us.
Let's see. I think. Here's what I'm debating. If I send cavalry in from all 4 directions, they will be taking missile fire from all 4 directions. Whereas if I send them in from just 1 or 2 directions, then now we've cut the amount of casualties that I'm going to take. Here's what we'll do. What's the worst spot to attack? Probably here. This is the least maneuverable. So we'll just put him here and try to pin some defensive units there that I'm never actually gonna attack head on.
Cavalrymen! At the ready!
I'll put those guys there.
Prepare! Stand ready! Make ready! Take heed, warriors! Stand ready! At the ready! Prepare! Horsemen! Horses! The time has come! Make ready! Cavalry! Stand ready!
Let's see. Okay, this seems reasonable.
To attention! Order course!
There's actually a lot more back here than I
Our
thought there would
comrade
be,
is under attack.
but that's fine.
Ready! You are weak! Stand ready! Steel yourself! Charge! Strike them down! Take heed, warriors!
Get a rear charge over here
Ready to raid? Oh, go!
to actually get inside here.
Attend! Double time! Move! Move on quickly!
So
Go,
direct
go,
movement
go!
to-
Ready! Show fury! Kill them! Show no mercy! Make Make ready! Fight! Who will not relent? The time has come! Look the enemy run! Craven! Prepare! Faster! Attack! Loose! To attention! Horses! Stand ready! Destroy them! Run! Run! Strike! At the ready! To battle! Cavalry! Attack! Unleash fury! Hold! Hurry! Move! Blade strong! Prepare! Steel yourself! Ready!
Wasn't that inappropriate? There we go.
Look the enemy run! Craven!
I mean, slightly better than a Pyrrhic victory, right? Yo, that one group of ponies did work.
Heaven rewarded our passion!
230 kills. Okay.
This shows much potential.
Vent frustration.
And we even got a bow out of it. Okay. Back to decisions. Trade agreement. Or maybe we start moving up this tech tree. The satisfaction for sentinels is nice, and then of course the being able to coin mint to reduce corruption is pretty much a must-have. I don't hate the administrator idea either. And of course, satisfaction for all the vanguards that we have and are going to be having when my sons come of age. This also unlocks caltrops. Thing is I don't know if we get the trade agreement if there's going to be like a candidate for the trade, right? Because if we're planning to kill Hansui, he would be the one right now that we would probably trade with, but obviously that becomes like a treacherous action if we then attack him afterwards, and we don't really want that penalty to our diplomacy. It's just probably not worth it. I guess we're already allied with him, right? So maybe we need to break that now.
Oh,
Do we get
it
a
is
penalty
you.
for breaking that? That puts us at -40. I don't want him to attack our northern territories while we're down here dealing with riffraff. We're at war with them as well. I think we do it. If he moves in on us, yeah, so be it.
You will
do
regret
it.
this.
We'll beat him to it. Usually he's the one that leaves the alliance. Okay, so then I think we're gonna go recruitment cost, satisfaction, caltrops.
Lift the peasants.
Let's also recall Pengde in case he decides he wants to start some ish. And then we still have Tianqiu hanging around doing nothing at the moment. So, worst comes to worst, we could just deploy those 2 commanders to stave off anything up here. Yeah, the garrison here is pretty decent, so I'm not super worried about losing that. The Silk Trader, on the other hand, I'm more worried about, but it's defensible, I think. So, can we trust Li Ying to handle Li Jue while we push up towards Unding and start taking out all of that?
Embrace.
I think we can, right?
impulse.
Does he look trustable? He looks pretty trustable, right? Look at that face. That says I got you, bro. Let's see, do we want to build anything in the meantime?
With wisdom.
No, I think we're just saving up. Well, actually, we already have the 3rd tier here. We got that for free, so that's nice.
Be still.
We're gonna need some spearmen, aren't we, guys? Yeah,
I answer,
yeah.
my lord.
I think Fugan's gonna peace out as well.
Promote
So that we can then
progress.
combine these forces. 3 turns? Calm down. Alright, we gotta deal with our crappy spearmen. So that should be fine.
enlightenment.
I think we're gonna want to replace these guys, right? Wait. Why? Why can they not be young hunters? Don't you level 3 for that? You do, don't you?
Remain
That's annoying.
dormant.
How close is he? Where's his experience bar? He's reasonably close. We'll make that work. Okay. So I think that's about all we got this turn. Right? Maybe food? Probably food. Let's see, that would leave us with 700-ish. That gives us 1300 for next turn.
Peace through
1350 or
conquest.
so.
A lapping
And I
tide
think we've already,
erodes
yeah,
stone.
got everything we need, so. Food it is.
To avoid unnecessary conflict.
Military access. What? Hold up. Who is he at war with that he wants military access? I don't know, guys. Seems like a trap. I mean, military access could get us a free trade board if we just wanted to roll over there and grab that. That kind of goes against the plan that we had set up at the start of the campaign, right? So maybe we just stick to that. It could be swayed if he had decent ancillaries, though. What's that going to cost us? Minus 8? 8.2? Come on, guy. That ain't worth that much. It's just a stone pig. What about regular payments? Would he do 120? Absolutely. Wow, that went. You can see that jump. So 120 was 2.9. Adding 10% takes us to 3.7. Hello? Was it like 148? No, just 149. So we could get, what is that? Almost 1.5k over 10 turns. There's no downside to this, right? Like, I don't think he's actually going to try to backstab us and kill us. In fact, I don't think his faction's going to last particularly long. But will it last 10 turns? Eh, hopefully. Why not?
Considered offers produce effortless pacts.
Everybody's jumping on the lead Jula bandwagon. Emperor escapes. Taoshong.
Obey instinct. Serve peace.
D851. Still. We can grab another 4%, or no, 2% off the upkeep, right? For Cav. I don't think that's really worth the 1500, right? So that would be like 6, 12, 18, 24, plus another 18. It's going to take a long time for that to add up to 1500. A long time.
Ever onwards. What do you wish to know?
Hang on, I also think... Yeah, Machav's the better actual commander, isn't he? Because he has reach, and Matong does not. Alright, so we need a few more turns to replenish here. How many turns before we can declare war on him safely? Four turns, looks like. Okay. That about aligns with our replenishment, I think. So sadly, that means we're just kind of twiddling our thumbs for a few turns here.
We offer peace for now.
For this paltry amount, who do you think I am? What kind of whore do you think I am? What a low value. Got nothing of value, do you? So like 1100. I guess the question is, am I going to walk over there and kill him? If I'm not, I should just take whatever we can get. If I am, then I should say, screw you, all your base are belong to I. I mean, we're kind of in a weird little limbo here where we're just kind of chilling for a few turns. Is boredom gonna get the best of us? No. Like we said,
Our talks are
we're gonna
over.
just chill. We're gonna kill Hansui. We're gonna take the northern lands, or the western lands, and then we'll move out from there. Eye on the prize. Yeah, he's not lasting long. Alright. Gongsun Shu. Gongsun Yuxiang. Let's see. We've got a little bit of a discount on construction costs right now, which is nice. This character experience thing is sad. Because we're trying to get him to level 3. Wow, he is all of a sudden not so happy with us. That explains the low satisfaction. And Tian Show. Shoot, you know what? We might just have to get rid of him. I regret ever recruiting him. He was a terrible gamble that failed. Because we're still not yet to what is it? Second marquee. Yeah, once we get the marquee, we'll get the second marquee has spy position. Okay. Still a little ways away though. Yeah, I think we're kicking them to the curb. I mean, they're basically the same guy, but this one's a little slightly happier. So get him out of here. Alright, so that removed our debuff, which is nice.
My lord?
He will eventually need some satisfaction increases. Maybe we just do that now in anticipation of getting screwed next turn. I mean, it only costs us 100, right? And that's worth staving off that buff. Because we don't have a ton of money sinks right now. There's just a few little things we can do. And I think... Can we get to a third building yet? No. That'll be a bit, won't it? So maybe we get the food for now. That would be 3 turns, plus another 3 turns. 4, once that goes away. I guess we should just say what's the most expensive building that we're gonna need to buy, and just get that now since we have a 20% discount. That's probably our best bet. 1680. I guess it would be this one, huh? Yep, what's the commerce value here? 220. Not a huge increase, but that 20% probably makes up for the lack of it being optimal. Okay, another couple turns, and then we head north.
We would be no
Surprise our
threat
old
to
friend. Hold on. What do we got going on here? Is somebody suing for peace or non-aggression? Okay. Well, who are you? Where do you live? Where are you from? What's going on here? Why are you looking at me that way? Wow, they are at war with half of China. I'm thinking I don't know if we want to take this. Yeah, that's gonna be a pass, dog.
We withdraw it then.
Alright, there's the coming of age. Now, let's see how pissed off he is. Okay, he's not super unhappy. He's making Ma Cha more unhappy, though. And that makes me unhappy. Because he's really the guy, you know? He's the guy that's gonna duel everybody down. Like, you might be the leader of the faction, but, I mean, really, he's the leader of the faction. Let's be real. Man, none of these guys get along. What a great army we've formed here. That's alright. At least they're good on the field. In time, maybe they'll learn to love one another. I think we get this next. In fact, oh, this is 1600. So this one's slightly cheaper. So we're wasting a little bit of that 20% discount, but we're also netting some income earlier. It's only 20, but... and population growth. Well... this one gives us prestige, though. Doesn't it? Yeah, that'll give us 4 prestige. Where are we at? Eh, it doesn't really matter a huge amount. If we do that one, then that gives us the food to go to this. You know what? I think this is actually just the way to go for now. We'll just go by most value. Alright, let's take a look here.
Oh,
See if we
it
can go
is
to war
you.
yet. Nope. 2 turns still. Fine. And we're chilling. Yeah, I don't think we're ever getting anywhere near Yuan-Shu this campaign, so cool. Good luck with that. Nothing to build, no army to move. Actually, hang on. We might as well move them out, right? Yeah, this is faster technically.
Attend!
Sure.
Lying in wait.
Anything else of note before we move on? Get a non-aggression and a military access. We're not trying to be anybody's vassal. Cool.
Make it quick.
Well, let's go, my guy. Really? Okay, you know what? I'm over it. We're just doing it.
Heaven will favor the righteous.
Ain't nobody got time for that. I think we're gonna go... Man, the replenishment would be super nice. But the satisfaction for all these red guys is probably the way to go. For that, yeah, he's already starting to get upset. It's kind of a crybaby, honestly. Yep, that's the way.
Resume standard stance.
Let's go. Now the question is, at what point do we deploy forces here for the inevitable counterattack? And also, which place? You know what? Here's what we're gonna do. That's why
For
it's sometimes nice just to have units that don't have anybody in them. Or, let's see.
Conserve energy
Put 'em in the
until
water.
necessary. We must replenish our reserves.
That way we can get a little bit of line of sight to see where he might actually be going. We don't really care about the income from peasantry. It's certainly not worth the plus $200 that we're going to need to pay. I like that there's competition for the throne between the two brothers here, but they seem to like one another. Let's see. $25% income from commerce, and another 10% trade influence. I'm only trading with like one person right now. Hold up. Okay, 2, I guess. So 10% trade influence, not going to be super high value there. And 25% on the commerce. While it is the most productive in terms of commerce of the commanderies, it's still not a super high value. And then the building itself costs 20 to keep up or whatever. So I just don't know if that's worth it, honestly. I don't think it is right now.
Attention!
We'll need to start building a little bit of a bankroll just in case we do have to deploy a bunch of units over here.
Promote calmness. Do not force what cannot be done.
Accept peace and trouble us no more.
Trying to buy us out with your horse pastures? With your horse pastures? Guy, I'm insulted. Actually insulted. Wait. That was a cancel. There
We
go.
were too generous.
Well, you hate to see it. They're just gonna get more and more unhappy, but, you know, as long as they don't abandon one another, we'll be okay. 9 chapters on the mechanical art.
Truth
Is that
is an
better than
unquenchable
this?
flame.
Guerrilla deployment's pretty good. What's the set bonus on this? Trade influence. Yeah, Warren States I think is just straight better, right? Yep.
Be still.
And I guess we can give it to Fugan in the meantime. Because why not?
Nurture passion. Stoke passions and strike! Let fury explode and lay them low!
Despite this being an easy take, we're gonna fight it out because I want my
A
artillery
fire
to start
burns
getting
in my
some
soul, ceaseless
bunch of
and
kills and level up.
strong. Now we take the fight to them. Give no quarter.
Steel yourselves.
That's not too close, is it? Alright, let's see what was reasonable.
Guns are ready.
I feel like they're gonna come out though, right?
Attend! Take heed, warriors! To attention! Cavalry! Prepare! Make ready! Steel yourselves! Ready to fight? Stand ready! The time has come! Horses! Stand ready! Prepare! Ready!
Make ready. To attention.
So we'll shift them back a little bit, I guess.
Steel
A
yourselves!
little bit more.
Stand ready!
Push them down.
Attend!
They're coming right for us. They're having second thoughts.
The enemy warriors are running! Ha!
And they're out. That's a good volley. Need you guys to aim better.
The enemy unit flees! What cowards! With speed!
Loads crossbows. At the ready.
Yeah, some pretty good volleys there.
Let feasting commence! This shows much potential.
There's a second marquee. And the support from the people.
Nurture passion.
And we're getting rid of this super quick. Hang on. Let's double check. Yeah, 4 terms for a reform. If we were closer to a reform, we might have kept it just so we could pick this up really easily. But I ain't trying to have that -8 public order for like 4 turns. I think we'll hold off on getting this until we get the land development here first. Okay, we've got some spy options. But I don't think... Let's take a look at the Gongsuns. See what kind of traits they get. Yeah. Wow, plus 20 cunning is crazy. Wow. That guy has some really weird stats. It's kind of interesting. Let's see, we've got a Sao Sao alumnus here. Got an open administrator slot now, don't we? Okay. Hold on now. That looks decent. 40% income from commerce, silk, and spice. And the satisfaction boost that we kind of need. Yeah. It seems like a thing. And he gets to go in Genshin. Let's see, plus 350, that's going to be a pass. Plus 200, but then we get a 15% income from industry. That borderline worth it, right? Is our industry looking? 400. Is it right now? So what is that? 60? So we get plus 60 from him being there. Oops, that's not the one. That's the one. And it will cost us 200. So essentially we would be spending 140 per turn on the ability to get quests, essentially. Although, as we are a silk and commerce focused infrastructure, having a strategist in the faction council does yield some pretty good benefits for that. You know what? Let's give it a shot. This is only our second campaign through, so we're experimenting here for science. So a settlement admin, 20% commerce faction-wide, satisfaction for strategists. What is settlement admin administration. That is... It's a main city, right? Yes, yes it is. Do I have one of those on the way? Yep. This is tempting. For 3,700. It's a little pricey. Especially if we're about to get attacked up here. I mean, at first glance you look at this and you say, well, okay, if it's 3,700 and all you're really getting is 100 a turn, it's going to take 37 turns, but we also have a bunch of bonuses to our income from industry as well. I think we're like, what, 45%? Or we move this to large city. That opens up a building slot. I think that's actually the way to go. 6 turns though is said. Let's do that. So it's about 2,000 next turn.
Remain dormant.
Which...
Setting sail.
I think will be enough to recruit an emergency force if we need to.
Truth is an unquenchable flame.
Cool.
We will both gain from this.
Invites me to a coalition. Should we go into a coalition with the guy that everybody hates?
We withdraw it then.
Okay. So do we want the relationship to increase between Matang and Ma Chao, or Matang and Shen-Gong? I would prefer that the relationship between these guys increase. I can afford to get rid of Matang. I can't really afford to get rid of either one of these guys in this current army. I think that he's harder to replace.
My passion burns brighter.
Okay. We're going to go reach. And then armor piercing damage probably. He's not currently in a administrative position over any industry, I'm pretty sure. So yeah, this is just the way to go. Oh, he is
How
an
may I
administrator though,
serve?
isn't he? Which means... oh shit. Unlucky. Recorder... Actually, we'll just hang on to this. If Pongda needs to come back out, he can pick it up. Lusu. I actually like Lusu a lot. He's a cool guy. With great abilities. But I don't know if he has a place in this
To
army.
enlightenment.
I don't think he does. I don't think we can afford him at the moment.
Order will spread throughout.
Let's get some land development in the meantime. Let's head out to the toolmaker.
To arms! This is what you train for!
Same thing, more experience for the artillery.
We rise like a blazing inferno, destructive and unstoppable. We must crush these insects!
I think they have a better sightline over here, don't they?
Attention! Bowman! Prepare! To attention! Prepare! Ready!
Cavalry, to attention! At the ready! Cavalry, mount up! Cavalry, attend!
Now we just watch as they go to work.
The enemy warriors are running!
How they do it.
Ha!
Cavalry
Ready to
did
ride?
don't they?
Hurry!
So we should probably
Move out quickly!
deploy some anti-cavalry measures,
Horses, stand ready!
also known as our own cavalry.
Attend! Load crossbows! Bowman! Stand ready!
Horsemen! The enemy unit flees!
Okay.
What
They
cowards!
took off. We're good. We're actually missing quite a lot of shots,
At the ready!
which I do not love to see. I left a lot of units on the table there. Oh well.
Order has been restored! Renewal warms my spirit.
Composite bow, 10 decisive or heroics. Somebody leveled. Nice. Let's see, fatigue resistance, melee damage for shot cav. I think we just want to get to the charge bonus as quick as possible, from what I recall. Yeah, charge bonus is the way to go. Is it a flat? Yeah, it is flat. Okay. So now what I'm thinking is we get somebody over here to go pick this up. I think that's what, 4 grand to pick that up? It's kind of pricey, but it becomes pretty important to our overall growth.
There is cunning in caution.
I mean, we haven't seen an army yet from him, right? Which does kind of worry me a bit. If there's a sizable army lurking, then obviously we want Valtia and Peng to join up with him, and then, you know, push it back. But if that's not the case, if we have a little bit more freedom to expand across the map, then we'd be missing the opportunity right now just to go pick that up. Excuse me. Let's gamble him. What does he have? He's got campaign movement range, which is solid, and Flames at the Phoenix, which is really good. Versus redeployment cost, replenishment, hamstring. He's not very high leveled. I think we'll just do with Pengde since he's free to redeploy.
Resist corruption and endure hardships. Home gladdens the heart.
Consider.
Alright, so we've got action points available here.
Setting
Head up a
sail.
little bit further in. We don't want to go too deep. We don't want to provoke him, right? With this
A lapping tide.
paper mache warrior over here, but we do want to keep an eye on things.
For you to consider.
A trade agreement from this guy? First off, I'm shocked that he's still alive somehow. Second off, the fact that you're offering me a trade agreement means that I have a trade agreement that available that I wasn't aware of, and I can probably find a better partner.
Your decision.
So awkward. Guess that's what I get for not checking the diplomacy tab in quite some time. $460. I mean, technically, it was the best option. Unfortunate. Hey, buddy.
Come in.
Buddy, old
Talk.
pal. You, still want to trade? Hold on. Tunic, you say? What's that gonna cost me? Calm down. The urge to issue an ultimatum on him is so strong right now. How dare he insult us like this? What? Is this guy poor? Oh my god. Yikes. Alright, we'll come back to this in a second. How many turns is this going to take us? 2?
Crush them!
I'm hoping that there's not a huge army here waiting from Young Feng. We'll just pretend that there's not. How about that?
Unleash fury!
Let's see. What else we got going? Not much. Don't really care about those. We've got a settlement building coming. This is going to finish soon. We need 4 grand to grab that. And that should be covered by both next turn's income and then also probably taking the battle here.
Time
We
for
can go explore some
discussion
people
and
first.
contemplation.
Shall we begin?
Actually, no, we don't want to get a non-aggression with this dude. This guy actually just irritates me. Who's this?
We are ready to talk.
He looks pretty poor. And miserly. He's real poor. Alright. Well, don't ever talk to me again. Oh my god, look at how many... Okay. If I do this,
Sit and
how
talk.
many people do I piss off? Quite a lot. You know what? We're belligerent. I don't think we're really desperate for this. Nice to have, but I'm not trying to pay through the nose for it. $625 is the best he's going to
It
do.
is agreed.
All right. I think we have an assignment available as well, right? Yeah, that ain't gonna happen though. Ooh, now I actually do kind of want Lusu. Because we could have him be on assignment. And then, like, mid-game, he's really solid. Because of the retinue upkeep reduction. And then he's just, you know, he's just an all-around good guy. Plus satisfaction, he's not greedy. Has some brotherly love. I mean, yeah, I think Lusu is a big get. Plus he's awesome in the show if you haven't seen him. Now we're gonna put him to work. Actually, does he even pay for himself?
Be still
I think he does, right?
to
It's only
conserve
150
spirit.
and 75% on the commerce here. Yeah. He pays for himself. He's a good guy.
Caution! Douse is the heart's desire.
Oh, that also means that I should maybe put him... No, that's going to be plus 200. Eek. That'll be a pass. Okay, I think we've done all we can do this turn.
Strike with fury!
Consider our offer.
You're not offering me anything, though. That's your first mistake.
As you prefer.
Alright. Tool Forge seems okay. Oh, she's back. which means she needs to go back to work.
For China! Attack!
Let's take the livestock farm next.
Spread in all directions!
The reason why I didn't take the night battle is I want them to not
We
rout
have
as
passion
quickly,
and zeal. Do
which
not
means we
waste
can
it.
get more casualties.
The only option is your total annihilation.
The shadows grow long, the nights grow darker.
Where the night is dark and full of Chen Gong.
The time has come. Steel yourselves.
Can they see over that ledge? I don't know if they can. Yeah, okay, they can.
The enemy warriors are running. Ha!
Okay, well they broke real quick.
Has come.
You know what? Come here,
At
guys.
the ready. Cavalry. Mount
Run them
up.
down.
Ready to ride? Take heed, warriors. Hurry.
Any day now, ponies. It's a bad day to have a purple flag. Wait, how come nobody's on this unit? Got a bunch of slackers in this army. There we go. That's better. Get them. Okay, one of these guys is pulling their weight. Somebody else is not. I'm not naming names over here. But it's this guy right here.
Celebrate! Our victory was just.
Okay.
Bend. Do not break.
This is gonna be 2 turns more, isn't it? Whoa, wait a minute. This little... Oh my god. Did you guys see him walk in there and ninja this? Because I didn't. You know, it's things like that that cause wars, buddy. Just so you know. I guess we'll head over here for now.
Strike true!
We'll finish this off, and then we'll deal with you. Let's see, 100 Industries looking pretty tempting. There's also the food option with a little bit of peasantry. And some more food option with a little bit of peasantry. We're gonna lose 4 food in 3 turns from this. Is that right? No, we're just gonna lose 2 food. Which means there's the possibility to go here. To open up another building slot. And that building slot will be probably the state workshop. Because we're going to need this for the corruption adjacent commanderies. It's either that or administration office. Let's think about this. So this is going to be 15% income from all sources with a minus 20% corruption and adjacent versus, where was it? Here it was. A flat 300 and 15. So I guess the question is, how much income are we going to be having from commerce and silk then? And is that going to amount to like, what is it, 300 versus 15%? So will 15% of that be 300? Probably not. This also has a 40 per turn upkeep. This does just seem to be the play, right? So I feel like we want to start bringing this up so that we can start leveling this. Or we can get 100 industry now. Well, in 4 turns. Where is this anyway? Oops. Actually, we're gonna go this route. A, it's cheaper, which leaves us more money to build an army if we desperately need to. And B, we want to actually get to here so that we have a decent garrison in one of our outermost provinces, because if we do go to war with this guy anytime soon, that becomes a liability, right? Cool. Let's do a quick turn check, see where we're at. Okay, so we're 18 turns in. Not bad. Still working on carving out
A peace born
this
of
top area.
desperation, not resolution.
We might actually take this. Despite him really not offering us all that much. I don't have any designs on his commanderies anytime soon. 428, really. Let's see what he'll give us in terms of per turn. 125. What does that look like? Still too much, huh? 121 seems to be the sweet spot. So 1200 over 10 turns versus 428 now. We're not desperate for the flat income. We'll just do this.
It is done then.
Okay. A great thoroughbred that we don't really super need. I think we're probably going to go campaign range here. Just because some of these commanderies that we're moving into are kind of spread out. And a pain in the butt to get to. Let's do that. Like in this case, it might have turned this into a 2-turn trip instead of 3.
Strike with fury!
We'll pretend that's exactly what happened, and it was a genius move.
Serve the people.
I don't know why he's not marched
Gather
in.
your strength.
I don't know what I'm doing, I'm throwing. Let's see.
Promote, come.
You know, I'm still really surprised that he's never moved out and attacked me anywhere. 0 resistance from this dude. Oh, Lucio, you're so unhappy. I don't love that. Ugh. see, attendant? Sure. What about you? You're already a patrol commander. She's so greedy. Oh gosh, I didn't realize that Lucy started with fire arrows. God, he's so good. He's so good. So good. But he needs some satisfaction. He's a sad boy. Let's see. Desires higher court position. Yikes. You know, at this point it might actually be worth it to pay the, you know, plus 200 or 350 or whatever it is to actually keep her, you know, content. $350. Yikes. She is so expensive. Alright. Fine. The blackmail's real in this faction. And we can't quite do this yet. How many turns do we need for the city? Just 2 more. Yeah, and then 2 turns will invoke the council. Set a reminder. 2 turns. Council invoke.
For your consideration.
Let's see. Who is this? Who are you? Where do you live? Bro, no way. Not gonna happen. I said not gonna happen.
Curious, but acceptable.
He gets to die after Hansui. Well, maybe after this guy actually. He's certainly near the front of the line, let's put it that way. Matong, Chengong, that's good, they're friends now. Got a wooden fish, solid. Let's see, 30 more income, flat. And a food. Pretty pricey though.
For order!
Let's, I think we need the 4K for this anyway right now, right?
For honor! Determination is rewarded.
We're gonna get real salty. Wait, what? Did that count as a siege battle? Hang on. It's a pretty good battle, huh, guys? He's the greatest siege commander of all time.
To arms! To arms!
So far, this is like the most boring
Let us
campaign
strike now,
ever.
whilst the iron still seethes.
There's been
The
zero
only option
resistance
is your
from anyone.
total annihilation.
Just people cowering in their little corners of
The
China,
sun, high
afraid
and
to come out
heavy,
and fight me.
reflects our weighty responsibility.
Boats ready! Load crossbows! Take
Just
heed,
go for it.
warriors! Stand ready!
The enemy warriors are running! Ha!
burn my own units? Let's hope not. Alright, this time number 3 was the carry.
Heaven rewarded our passion.
Sprout ever upwards to heaven.
Okay. So that's pretty decent. Cool.
Be still to conserve spirit.
I think I might start moving him up a little bit. I mean, since we've got him out here, we might as well get him a little experience, right? Famous last words is that he just gets swooped on and killed immediately, but that's fine. We're not married to that guy. Let's see if there's anything going on in diplomacy land. Of course, he'll sue for peace. Don't really care about. Hang on.
Bring your thoughts to the table.
See if we care about this. Yeah, I forgot to have that. He's not really gonna offer us a lot though, is he? Yeah, I don't care. Hang on, did I just see a trade agreement? I did. With the Han Empire, of course.
Speak quickly.
Now what do they have? Hang on. Skin of the peach tree. And me with my 0 commanders. How much is this gonna cost? 8 trillion? Ooh. That's a lot. How do you feel about my food? You're not hungry, huh? Okay. It's fine. I didn't want the skin of the peach tree anyway.
We reach an understanding.
Alright, moving on.
We would be no threat to you.
Let's see. He wants our wooden fish. He'll sign a non-aggression. And then he's going to try to give us a few dollars.
No. Very well.
Okay, so it finally completed that mission, which means we will now invoke the council again. Morglaive is pretty solid. It's no heirloom spear, but it'll do in a pinch. In fact, I'm pretty sure it's an upgrade for Matong. Stand by. Oh yeah. Huge. Let's see. So we'd lose a little bit of speed to put the Grey Thoroughbred on him. We'll gain 2 stat points overall, plus a little mass, evading capture, and charge bonus. And that just straight up gets him more melee evasion, right? What's he at? 27? Nice. Yeah, we'll take that. Good for dueling. Not that we've encountered a general in forever, but you know, one day it'll happen.
Gather your strength! Moving out!
For harmony. This is not the
Go
time.
cower behind the actual army.
Crush them!
Take the animal tamer next. I think that's about it. Right? We're just starting the slow march forward towards Hansui's stronghold and finish him off, and then redeploy
Accept
down
peace
south
and
somewhere.
trouble us no more.
No. Get out of here.
A
Nobody
stubborn
cares about your horse
refusal.
pastures. That's the second or third time he's tried to offer that to us. He's like, bro, these horses though, aren't they awesome? No.
Channel passions. At ease. This is what
I'm gonna
you
take the
train
horse
for.
pastures anyway. Thanks for
Show
playing.
them heat. Unleash fury.
We're gonna take them in just a second, actually.
There
Stand by.
is cunning in caution.
Spread in all directions.
Now we're gonna take the horse pastures.
We rise like a blazing inferno, destructive and unstoppable. Fight, damn you! Fight! Show me your courage!
The leaves
What
fall,
is this terrain?
but we must remain.
Steel yourselves!
I don't really care that much. I actually defeat cavalry,
The
does it?
time has come!
Wait, what? I'll just
Cavalry! Mount up!
set up an interception squad or two.
Prepare! Our reinforcements have arrived!
The enemy warriors are running. Ha!
Can I like not see that? Or can I not just move on that? Huh. What kind of terrain is this? Sand, okay. Does that say it's coarse and rough and it gets everywhere? Incredible stuff.
Heaven rewarded our passion. This belongs to us now.
A treasure. Nice.
Let desire shape and guide passion.
Okay, we can build a lot of stuff. Let's see. This is tier K. 2600 for that. Let's do that. What is this? Okay, that's kind of interior, so not really too much about the garrison here, how big it is. So I think this is just the way to go. Let's see. Eventually, I think this is going to be government support. Although we do have quite a lot of food because of these farmlands we're picking up, so maybe we can get by with something else. I'll have to look into that. Anything here? I don't think so. Oh shoot, I totally forgot about that. Oh well, we're gonna need 4K for that. We're gonna have to tax that ass over here.
You would not need fear us.
Let's see. I don't think so.
We withdraw it then.
Caution! Douses the heart's desire. Let fury explode and lay them low!
He is...
Act
That's not a
quickly.
lot, does he?
Remain flexible. React
I
with
don't think he
agency.
has night battles, right? He does not.
In winter, remain dormant, but ready.
Reject corruption.
Alright, still need 4K for that. Should I cancel anything? Maybe this? How much do we care about getting the animal tamer this turn? Not a lot. In fact, maybe we just press on for this city. That's
Sprout
probably
ever
what we do.
upwards to heaven.
Costs
Shout
8K, but
fury!
that's fine. Alright, keep trucking.
Ponder our offer. Another time, then.
Let's see. Maten Fugan. Definitely want that.
The river ever rises.
Oh, nice. We do actually like that. His chance of ambushing is pretty solid. Let's see.
Promotion comes.
Who is... So Chen is the only administrator right now. Yep. So we'll get that just because. Even though Chen's also going to get the same. then yeah, he'll run that way as well. Plus satisfaction is super nice there. Okay, so we could go administrator here, or we can start going some anti-corruption, which I think is actually going to be the play. Yeah, we're already up to -7. And -11. Okay. Yeah, we better start doing that. We get a flat commerce buff, which is additionally good, so why not?
Order will spread throughout.
Conserve spirit.
Focus your rage.
Alright, what else? So we could just get that right now. Nope. I'll keep trying to spend my money, but I need 8k just to pick this up. Which almost makes me wonder if these are even worth it. This one does have a trade port, I'm pretty sure. So it becomes super valuable later on.
Cultivate patience.
So I think the answer is this one certainly is worth it. Some of these other ones, I don't know. We'll see kind of what it looks like after we're all done with this. We don't really need food, so we'll just kind of leave those alone for now. What level city is this? Just a large town. Okay. We're not worried too much about that. Okay. Let's see. Construct a building from the following chain: the marketplace and the settlement admin. I don't think we're doing either one of those things, are we? Benefits there. Industry buff. Commerce buff. Okay.
These are our terms.
No, I don't think we
As you
care that much
prefer.
right now. Wait. Sao Sao and Lubu are in it together? Hold on.
I serve only the interests of China.
That's not what I like to see. Sao Sao is already annoying enough to deal with. Don't add Lubu on top of that.
Attend! Stoke passions and strike! This is what you train for!
Reserve action. Moving out.
Show them heat!
Okay. Fair amount of Kev. And surrender. I guess we'll just fight this one manually. I probably shouldn't
Our
be
cause is
wasting
just.
our time
Let
like
us
this,
fight for it. Every enemy must be swiftly
I'm
dispatched.
sure everybody's bored enough as it is.
A
Might as well at
stranger
least
tide
do
washes
a little
upon
bit
our
of the battle
shore.
here and there.
No more honeyed words. To the fight!
Okay.
Prepare! Stand
You
ready!
know, I think he'll come out, actually. I think he has no choice. In fact, I'm so confident of it, I'm just going to deploy way back here, out of range of his towers. May as well guard the artillery.
Attend! At the ready! Horses! Cavalry! Make ready! Cavalry!
We'll go left flank heavy this time.
Cavalry! To attention!
Make ready!
I can probably bait his cav into a charge in front here.
To attention!
Yeah, I think so.
Prepare!
Bowman!
I keep
Stand
forgetting
ready!
to replace these archers with the Kiang hunters. Oh well.
The time has come! Attend! Ready! Ready!
Our reinforcements have arrived!
Don't prove me wrong. Come on out. Okay, there you go. And you need to not be out there by yourself. Go find friends.
Ready!
Take heed, warriors!
Let's see. The Shilian cavalry are actually kind of annoying. And they're pretty... Oh wait, they're actually not that durable. Yeah, they're a little bit durable.
Take heed, warriors!
To missile fire.
Horsemen! Attend! Stand ready!
I should
Ready.
send Tom to deal with that.
The time has come!
Watch out.
For China! To attention!
Don't mess around.
Ready to ride? On the course! Horses! Stand ready!
Let's see. Now we want the armor.
Prepare! To battle!
Our hidden men have been seen.
To attention, archers!
Steel yourself! Make ready! Hurry! Move!
Alright, why don't you guys get out of here?
Move! Move!
Alright, get the
Run!
break.
Cavalrymen! Attack!
Now the real trick is gonna be to like
At the ready!
not kill my own units with all of my fire arrows.
Take heed, warriors! Double time!
Get outta here.
Charge at the double!
And archers,
Move
get
out
the fuck
quickly!
out.
Stand ready!
The enemy unit flees. What cowards!
Attend! Kill them! Cavalry! Mount up!
I don't know if I want to take that.
Show no mercy!
Missiles!
Why don't you guys shoot at something that we're not attacking?
To attention! Run! Run!
Why don't you guys go deal with that?
Go! Go! Go!
Go see your
No
old buddy.
mercy! Do not relent! Move! To battle! Prepare! You are weak! Ready! This is the end for you!
Silence! The enemy unit flees. What cowards!
I guess since we're already in arrow range. Actually, he's got a lot more archers. Never mind.
Unleash fury! Make ready! You are weak! Steel yourself! Faster! Bring down death! The time has come! At the
Actually,
ready!
about to break anyway from a distance. Should be
The
okay.
enemy warriors are running!
go.
Ah!
Should be it, right? Am I crazy? No, he's still alive.
Warriors! Destroy them!
Get him. Okay, stop wasting my time and get him. Fucking tenacity of steel. Ponies? End this?
The enemy general is fallen! They were no match!
Meanwhile, Malchao's just up in their base. Yeah, see, he does alright. I'm actually pretty impressed I didn't lose a lot more units to the Shilion Cavalry.
Heaven rewarded our passion.
When we get to some Lubu playthroughs, I'll show you just how strong those things can be. They're insane. Concubine. I'm sorry, is that 10 satisfaction faction-wide? That's gonna be a yes
They
from me.
deserve nothing less. This shows much potential.
Thank you for your kind donation. Han Shin is next in line. That's good to know. For future run-throughs, when that might matter. Okay, so I think that's gonna be congrats. Wait a minute. Yeah, that's definitely a congrats. I don't really care about the cunning, but you know. Faction-wide satisfaction's pretty good, I hear. Okay, so
I
now
answer, my lord.
we're gonna have to do a little redeploy. We're gonna get rid of these. Oops, keep pressing the wrong button. And actually these as well, we don't need.
Your arrival is welcome, my lord.
And then we'll recall these retinues
My
as
lord?
a group so that we can keep their current
Peace
levels.
through conquest. Who calls?
They will be pretty expensive to redeploy though. Can't quite afford this.
To arms!
The downside to doing this is that
You grant me a
the
kindness
AI
in
will look at,
calling,
you
my
know,
lord.
kind of our army strength and be like, oh, they're super weak, we should just attack them. So there's a chance that we could just get a ton of aggressors, but you know what? I say bring it on. And I think we're gonna get this as well. Yep. So we'll have 8k next turn when we can pick this up, or if we're in desperation mode, we can resummon our armies, or at least part of it. This is not the building that needs to be here. Alright, peace treaty there. Don't really care much about any of that. Okay. Before this guy runs out
Remain
of
pure.
military supplies, let's go ahead and
Attack!
give him a home.
The mightiest tree survives on its roots.
And we'll grab that as well. Next we'll move down
Strike
to the horse
true.
pastures. Technically this is more valuable than that, but this is closer to people that would contest it. Let's see what else we get. So 3 turns until our next reform. That'll probably be this. Yeah, I think so. Oh, cool. Coming of age. Got a rebellion imminent, though. You hate to see that. Let's see. Who shall we have deal with this rebellion? Shoot, I would like it to be Lusu, but he's on assignment already. Oh wow. Matia comes of age to level 3. That's interesting. He comes with Roar the Beast. So yeah, maybe we'll have him deal with it.
To duty! Let the halls peal with laughter!
That's good. Okay. So, farmland looks to be the way to go here. Let's do some land development then. Do an ending. I think we want to do dual depot. Let's see. It's either tool depot or level the town up. Actually, it might be level the town up time. And there's a little bit left over, so maybe just to ensure that if the rebellion here is
Peace through conquest!
sizable, like it might be, with this high of a value, maybe we want to do, I don't know, a couple of maybe just 2 of these. What is the morale? It's not super high though, is it? 24. Oh well, I got caltrops. Ending has low public order as well. No, it's not that bad though. Alright. Oh yeah, I forgot about him. I always forget about him. Poor Pengdu. He doesn't deserve that. care that much. Yeah, it was somewhat sizable, but we should be able to handle that.
Trust instinct.
Maybe we'll wait one turn. Speaking of, what turn number is it? 28. Okay. So we're a little bit over halfway through the early game here. And what do we got? It's not too bad.
To battle!
For another 4, I can take
My
this.
efforts have borne fruit.
And then maybe we'll recruit one more. Or we can do 2 archer units. And that still leaves us with over 4k for next turn. Where we want to just head over and take this.
For the
It's gonna take us
people!
2 turns actually, isn't it? So we'll finish consolidating these lands. And then we'll redeploy our army. Probably start moving through this dude. Problem is I don't really want Chang'an because it's such a high level place. One, it's harder to take, so you lose more by going into it. And then also, it just costs a ton of food. Robs you of all your food. But I definitely want the farmland, just in general, as it's part of this commandery. And then it does help kind of assuage the tax that just is this city. And then we'll have to push into both of those. Which does kind of lead us down into this guy that we want to go through anyway, because he's holding part of our commandery here. But if he's still the vassal of this guy, then that means we're also going to war with him. So it just becomes a whole big thing. But yeah, I think that's the plan. I think we'll just pretty much start heading south through Urabade. Okay, where are we at? Woodfish. Seems like more of a dog person than a fish person, right? We might as well give him some expertise as well. Oh yeah, we do have this lying around, don't we? Sure. Anything else? Any way to get another 1 instinct before going into this? Doesn't look like it. Unfortunate.
Strike with fury!
Let's see. Do we care? We're not keeping any of this, right?
Let feasting commence!
Yeah.
Free the prisoners!
We'll ransom as
Restore
well.
order! Attention! Stoke passions
Round
and
2.
strike!
Lapping them cheeks.
Order has been restored! I will show
A little bit more
mercy
money,
this
why not?
time.
Okay, we got a GN on that, off of that. Not bad, not bad. Thank you guys for your service. Have a nice life. Yeah, I think we're gonna get rid of this
The earth
militia
grows
as well.
again.
Nobody cares about Light Lancer Kev.
I answer your request.
Destroy corruption.
Need to level that for sure. This is a quick one turn buy, so we'll do that. Okay, pretty sure we were locked into this, right? Going once, twice, sold. Out of curiosity, what is it going to cost us to redeploy our forces? Not too bad, actually. 1,700 there, 2,500 there, 2,400 there. Alright, well, when you add it up, it gets to be a little bit, but individually, not that bad. In one of the campaigns, I wanted to deploy, I think it was Ma Chao or something, and he had a retinue already. I like got him from a faction, and I was really excited about it. I was ready to deploy him, and they were like, "Yeah, so that'll be 10,000." And I was like, "Okay, yeah, that's good. I've got like 1,100 as my income, no problem." All right, nice. Ma Chao's been wounded. Come on, guys. What is he like, hanging out at home and somebody just barged into his house, or what? Yeah, looks like it's this. Okay. Thinking this maybe might be the way to go. The real option is here, right? How many turns does this take? 4? Yeah, it's not too bad. If we go here, that gets us what? What's our next building? Administration, right? Oops. That's not what I wanted. Yeah, 10% all sources. Yeah. This is still better. And we can afford it at the moment, so why not? Forgot about him again. Every time. You would think I would learn. But no.
It would be foolish to retain independence.
Become his vassal? Okay, buddy.
As you prefer.
They got harmony. Good.
Cortina!
Alright. I'll take that. Do want to level this up as soon as possible. What does that cost? 1100? 850? Wait. Mine's 7 short right now. I think I am. I hate to see it. Let's see. So that sounds like the only person around that, well, there's this guy actually.
What for today?
He seems pretty rich. He's got the spirit of the dog. Interesting. What kind of value would you give us? $910 or per turn. Not that much. So it's about 900 to a grand overall is what we could expect. What about from South?
Greetings. Let us discuss matters.
Same deal. Not as much. Okay. Anybody else got money? You guys do.
Who goes first?
Oh man, you guys are cheap. Okay. Looks like
Welcome.
we're going here.
Let us talk.
Not with that though. So we'll get rid of a couple of those. Probably that as well. And I will probably never use that. What territory can you trade? Oh, it's because I don't have a military right now. That makes sense. That was annoying. Now, let's talk. You know you want all of this. That price is not great. If we do a per turn. Still not great. $6.5 grand over 10 turns. Oops. That's still too much. Yeah, that seems fine. I mean, we're eventually just gonna take these all back off of his dead body, right? So,
May your fortunes multiply.
hey, look, a refund. Jula's running around. Can go grab him. He doesn't get along with anybody though. Does he have anything on him? He's got a black thoroughbred. What else? Stone pig. Now this guy is interesting. He has a stone pig and a forged iron scale. Anybody else have anything of value? Doesn't look like it. So this would cost us 1,000 to recruit him. We will do that. He's very unhappy, which is fine, because we're just robbing you. And then you can get out of here. Wait. Trying to take my devious attendant. What's going on here?
Welcome, my lord.
Let's finally send him home. We'll get this. I'll instant construct it. I'll do the same there. What's this one cost? 2,700. But I need entrepreneurs. That's annoying. This is level 0, so I might as well take this to level 1 for 800. Yeah, it'll cost me 10 upkeep a turn though, won't it? Man, is this even worth it? 2% upkeep on Cav and a recruitment cost. Reduction for Cav. Man, I don't know. If you have 5 units of Cav, I think this pays for itself generally, right? So if the upkeep on the Cav is about 200. Actually, I'm not even sure what the upkeep on these is. Okay, it's 340. So yeah, slightly less. Makes it worth it. I think this is just the better way to go. Food plus 30 income. And one day we'll get a spy. Maybe we'll get Li Jua spying for us. Not sure how people feel about recruiting him, but we can try it out. I just see an army down there. Destroy Sao Sao. Really? Control China. No, that's failed. Matong Machao. Matong Pontu. Yeah, we're gonna go here. Alright. Okay, so at Onding, what we wanted was state workshops, I'm sure. And then here, how many settlements do we have going up? Just this one, right? Yeah, we can afford this. And then let's see. I thought there used to be like an area for unhappy generals in factions that you could then kind of convert into a spy that were already like embedded in the faction. I thought that was a thing. Maybe you need a certain amount of money to do it. Maybe we'll wait one more turn just to find out for sure.
You are a weakness that must be supported.
So get the fuck out of here. I'm really surprised nobody's declared war on us, though. With my lack of military at the moment. I thought for sure somebody would. We're all a bunch of cowards, though. Diao-chan is out running around? Hold up. Does somebody need a waifu? I mean... Ma Chao is an eligible bachelor. Oh, she'll also spy. Her cunning is crazy high. Hang on, if she would spy, does that mean that she's a Lubu spy? Can she be trusted? I mean, I saw what happened to Deng Zhuo. I mean, I feel like that's a spy, right? Am I crazy? Yeah, here we go. Potential turncoats. Who is Li Xian? He's not the heir, is he? So here's the debate right here. We were just going to deploy up here and then just destroy him, right? The other option, especially if this is the heir, is we can just take over the faction through the spy network. And then we can have our army, you know, maybe head down here or something instead. It doesn't strike me as exciting though. And I feel bad because this campaign's already been probably horrifically boring for you guys. So maybe we'll just go military. Let's stop messing around. Let's see. Chun Chun. I think we'll have Lusu do this, right? And technically he's worse, but he doesn't really get along with Chen. That might be fine for a little bit. Having him around so we can deploy him because of his fire arrows seems pretty good. Let's do that. We could go for another city here. That'll cost us 4K and 6 turns. But it opens up the building slot for some additional minus corruption, which seems good. Looks like she leveled up. She's not an administrator though, is she? She's coming back next turn from her assignment. So we could take a quick pit stop at the Enoch secretaries to get us another administrator and then just slot her in. But if we do that, then she can't go on assignment for her 30% bonus. But you already get a 30% bonus from administrators, right? Oh, it's 15%. But to be fair, the minus corruption probably is worth the other 15%, if not more. So yeah, we should probably do that. We're gonna need an admin in Wudu, I think. And everything else is locked down in construction right now anyway for a few turns, so getting this right now is not super pivotal. Let's do that. And then we had talked about maybe deploying him somewhere. Maybe to Cao Cao's army? Would Cao Cao even pick him up? I somewhat doubt it, but maybe. Or Diao Chen, maybe. I think this is more likely? Question mark? I think Diao Chen's skills are pretty bad, so I'm not sure how highly the AI values her. Wait, did that deploy or what? Am I crazy? Cao Cao. Li Jue. Deploy. Hello? Game? Cao Cao's gone. He's back. Diao Chen? Cao Cao? Deploy? Okay, well apparently apparently she wants to spy. Okay, so here we are. Who knows what that was about? Oh, I forgot she was a chancellor. We'll move her down. And then swap somebody back up. How close to... still a ways away from the next rank. Okay, I think we're just about ready to start redeploying. So I mean, I kind of want to deploy north and then start pushing south, but that allows for, as soon as we declare war, he could just roll in through our silk lines, and that would be horrible for our economy. So they are kind of forced to deploy where he is. Alright, so let's...
Caution!
get
Douse
Baltong
is the
out here.
heart's desire. Once again, I feel the warmth of home.
Probably try to speed through a few more turns here before I have to head out. Maybe we can get something a little interesting before it's time to end the part 1 here. That shaper's pretty decent. Okay. So yes, we can move her down here, lower her salary. The public order is pretty big. We'll put her in Wudu. And then that leaves some positions open for other people, I think. Now the recruitment cost actually would matter right now, since we're just about to recruit a bunch of peeps. So, guess what? That's what we gonna do. That also opens up this marketplace. We're not getting that anytime soon, so yeah, we'll invoke this. Wu Wei needs a workshop. And then I think we can have enough left over to pull out, let's see. Chen probably next. No, Ma Chao has the lower upkeep.
Channel passions.
I think that's it this turn. Actually, I forgot to check if this guy had any allies.
We are listening.
Well, unfortunate.
Who goes first?
Unfortunately, this guy's got some
Come,
friends, but
let us talk.
they're a little bit farther afield, which is both good and annoying at the same time. Harder to get to, but it's harder for them to get to us. And to be honest, I don't really mind too much.
We are listening.
Gongsun can be kind of a pain in the butt to fight, especially since usually by pissing him off, you also piss off Liu Bei. And then as long as you're not fighting Zhang Yan near a forest, you're okay. Yang Feng, he's kind of positioned to cause some damage to our lands though. So that's unfortunate. We might have to do it. We might have to field 2 armies actually. It might be that time. Gongsun on Yuan Shao. That's good for us. Shan's attempt to do her thing, also good. Don't think we care about any of that right now.
There is cunning in caution.
Let's see. It's actually going to be quite a big defense here, isn't there? Because the city itself has a pretty good garrison. Not to mention all these dudes. And I've got so much cav, that's not ideal. But we're gonna add some more, because, you know, it's just how we roll. I guess it's spears from here on out. They're cheap and anti-cavalry is really what we're looking for. Oh shoot, I need to get this as well. I'll do that next turn, I suppose. I think I can probably scoop these quickly enough before forces start to muster too heavily from here, except maybe this guy. He's usually kind of holed up in his little town up north here, and he will often kind of push out as soon as he has an opportunity to, especially to undefended territory. I wish I could break them up. Their little coalition, but
Does this seem fair?
no. Well, hang on. How does this work? If I have an agreement with him, I think if I declare on his ally, then he's required to declare on me. And I think that's treachery for him, right? If I recall correctly. Not for me. We'll find out. This could be the worst play ever.
We have achieved the intended result.
Going into the woods. Okay. The outshine was picked up. That's good. Wait, she's not in the family, is she? I think she's just a court noble, right? Cover return's pretty good. Let's see, do I have enough to get this and nope. So it's either upgrade this or grab a spearman. I want to say this is the play. Where is this anyway? Yeah, especially since this is up here undefended.
Obey
I guess
instinct.
this is gonna have to wait another turn or two anyway for mustering, if nothing else. Let's see, Fugon. Filial and Corrupt is pretty good. but we've already kind of committed to this path, so we'll continue down it. Flogging the troops. 10 public order. Come on, guy. Why's he so mean? What's the turn check look like? 38. Alright, so 12 turns basically is what's left of our early game. Let's see. Silk bonus, maybe? Oops. Okay, that one's already taken care of. Let's organize by... This one's silk as well. 688. Why are there only 2 with silk? Don't I have 3 places that have silk? Am I crazy? Oh, here we go. 586. 175. 175. So they're basically the same. Okay, back to the army. Look at the last spearman. And then up here. Wait a minute. Well, there's no garrison here. So maybe it's the salt mine. Toolmaker. Yikes, neither of these have great garrisons, do they? Oops, that's the tamer. A minute. Yeah. Alright, I think this one technically has a slightly better... Yeah, slightly better garrison here, I think. So let's see. We're gonna grab. Well, we want to get Lusu, but he's a little expensive right now. Wait. Oh no, he's on assignment. You hate to see it. So we'll get.
Nurture passion.
Pengde.
Ever upwards.
What? The Conqueror returns!
And then we'll keep that like that for right now. We'll use Moshu to quell rebellions. And maybe her as well. Actually, she's cheaper. We'll probably do her. That didn't sound great. Moving on. Okay. So yeah, we need to at least muster half of an army up here, I think, to stave off any aggression from the east. He's fiery. Okay. So this gets us the coin minting, I think, right? Yep. Coin maker. Pretty sure that's what we want. Can we afford any of them is the question. I'm sure there's a couple of these that need to just be built straight up.
Order will spread throughout.
Alright, we'll take a little bit of a gamble here and we'll just push into this guy next turn, while not yet having mustered a force to protect our northern territories. Oh, nice, I can get this as well. That's perfect. Non-aggression pact. Southside wants a non-aggression pact.
I serve only the interests
He's willing
of
to
China.
pay for it. It does piss off a lot of people though.
I am here to make deals, not friends.
Who is she at war with? Li Ying.
We are listening.
That's those clowns. Good enough.
We would be no threat to you.
That is a fair amount of money. How much do I have? I don't remember. We can always take it next turn.
Very well.
Okay, that's good. Wait a minute. Which one of these guys is outside the... Aha.
In the name of China!
What? Come on. How is that an act of treachery? Hold up. Hold up.
What is the agenda?
Oh. Okay, well. I guess when you have military access agreement with a nation, probably shouldn't just up and out of the blue declare war on them. But you know what? Last turn I told you guys that I was gonna go to war with them. I'm not a liar.
Show them heat!
Consequences
Spread
be
in
damned.
all directions!
Crushing defeat. Really, guys? I don't know about that. What a weird map.
Cavalry, to attention! Horses, stand ready! At the ready! Make ready! Steel yourselves! Horsemen!
Let's see.
Ready! Take heed, warriors!
Get out of here.
Our hidden men have been seen! Our men are spotted!
Run them down. Alright, not too bad. These are moderately leveled. Which means we can probably get a little bit of value from a artillery trade.
Fight with utter belief, and you will be undefeatable!
Wow. That's a great ability. Outside of the increases ambition. That kind of counters it though. This guy's actually pretty good. And technically we need... You know what? At the very least we're gonna see what
To
he's
action!
got. We don't care.
I will
Don't
show
need that.
mercy this time.
Let's see. Here he is. Why can't I see his details? Did my game just break? I feel like my game just froze. Well. Okay. That was a crash. So that's cool. Well, shoot. I need to end the stream pretty soon anyway, so I guess we'll just call it there. I'm sorry, guys. But yeah. At the very least, I'll be back Saturday, if not before then, for the next part. But thank you guys very much for watching. I wish you all the best, and cheers.